Sorry, I am wearing a hat today because my hair is kind of still messed up. But anyway, welcome back to my channel, The Fatherhood Journey. So today's topic is about building lasting memories with your kids. And so my question today is, how do you build lasting memories with your kids? Now there are 10 ways, and there's more than 10, but there are 10 ways that you can build lasting memories with your kids. And we'll discuss that later on in the video. But let's first dive into what it means to build lasting relationships with your kids and what the studies show about building memories with your kids. Because there are two sides of building memories with your kids. There's the fun side to build memories with your kids that last a lifetime, or there is the bad side of building lasting memories with your kids. So what are you portraying? Are you portraying the good side or the bad side? Today we're going to go over building good lasting memories with your kids. Let's just go over what research has shown when you build lasting relationship with your kids, and then we'll go over the 10. So according to a study, research has revealed that one of the most effective ways to strengthen family bonds and create unforgettable memories is through the practice of family traditions. So what does family traditions mean? So essentially, family traditions are those regular, repetitive activities that families engage together. These can range from daily routine of eating dinner together, celebrating holidays, game nights, and yearly vacations. The secret sauce is doing these activities consistently and have shared meaning attached to them. Now, when you go on family vacations, and I'm sure that you've gone on a family vacation and you remember exactly how it was and how much fun it was, if it was a good memory. So doing family vacations, like whether it's with your cousins or it's just the 3 of you or 4 of you, and you go away for a weekend or have a yearly little holiday where it's just your little family, you create those lasting memories. And that's just part of creating those lasting memories. By strengthening your family bond with these little family vacations, there are some benefits. So studies have uncovered that some pretty remarkable effects of family rituals or traditions on family relationships. For starters, they create a sense of belonging and identity among family members. A sense of belonging. Like I said in the previous video, belonging for your child means that he has value, that he's worth in your family. So by creating these little memories, that's how they also grow and realize that they belong in the family and that you do care for them. And then to create identity. So identity plays a big part in your child, because if he has no identity, then he doesn't know what type of person he wants to become. So that is where you will create this identity, because he can be playing rugby or cricket outside and you keep telling him you're an amazing athlete. He's gonna start identifying that he's an athlete. Where if you're gonna break it down the whole time, he's not gonna be identifying as that. He will rather go and be identified as something else. And we have seen that throughout last year, that we have seen how younger kids are trying to find their identity. But why? Because their parents haven't taught them that what their true identity is. They let the schools teach them what their identity is. They let them think and try and figure out what their identity is. And that is completely wrong, because that's not dependent on the school. That's not dependent on them. It is dependent on you as a parent and teaching them and coaching them what their true identity is. And so you cannot let the school or the government decide on what your kid's identity is. And that is why we have seen that in the past. And so let's carry on with what the study is saying. Experts on family traditions found that kids who actively participate in family traditions tend to be more emotionally healthier and better at handling stress. These kids feel a strong connection to their family, very important, which gives them a sense of security and stability. Isn't that amazing? So they will feel a stronger connection to their family, which in return gives them a sense of security and stability. Just by creating a good connection and building lasting memories with your child is that you give them a sense of security and stability. That is a huge thing for your child. If he or she doesn't feel secure in your family, you will always look out for something else. They're always going to try and find that security and that stability somewhere other than you. And once your child has done that, you have missed a very critical part in your family and your children, that it is going to be very difficult in getting that back. So it is very important, while your kids are still young, to build those lasting memories with them. And if you have missed a place and they are looking for the stability and the security, you have time to build that back up. But you're going to put in a lot of effort, and you're going to need to do it consistently to build some trust. Then it will become their security and stability. But you're going to first need to go back and build some trust. So that's why it's important right now, while they're still young, to build those lasting memories with them. Okay, so family traditions open up doors for meaningful communication and bonding. When you're engaged in a shared activity, whether it's baking together, playing board games, or attending religious services, listen to that, it creates an environment where you can have meaningful conversation. These moments foster empathy and understanding, helping family members grow closer. Isn't it interesting that scientific studies have gone and seen that attending religious services creates an environment where you can have meaningful relationships or meaningful conversations? Because obviously when your kid goes to church, he or she will come back and ask you questions about Jesus, about God, and the list just goes on. But they will keep coming back every Sunday and they will ask you a bunch of questions. And we have seen that with our children, well, with Noah, because Ezekiel doesn't talk yet. But with Noah, he comes back and he starts talking to us about all these Bible characters, and then we have to explain to him what they did and how they did it and what it meant and all of that. So we have this opportunity to speak the word of God to him and to explain to him what it means and what Jesus died for you. And so that is meaningful. So when he sits and he asks us those questions, we are actually building memories with him. And he will remember, oh, but mom and dad sat with me in my room on my bed speaking about Jesus. And this is how I know and remember Jesus. And so if that is a lasting memory that you can create in your child, then do that. Building memories and traditions. Psychologists have discovered that shared experiences like those family vacations or annual holiday traditions create a sense of nostalgia. This nostalgia helps reinforce family bonds, and these memories become a source of comfort and connection throughout life. A source of comfort and connection. Again, creating that nostalgia, they remember how it was on vacation with your family or with his cousins. They create this lasting memory, and they know I'm sure you will know the exact place that you guys were sleeping, the tent that you had to sleep in. That's all creating lasting memories. And this is something that they will carry over to their children. So building lasting memories will be more intentional in creating those memories with them. And that will carry over much further than you are expecting. So here are 10 ways that you can build lasting memories with your children. Number 1, highlight their positive behaviors. Highlighting their positive behaviors while playing board games or playing outside with them, like kicking a ball, throwing a ball, or doing any fun activity with them, and you are highlighting their positive behaviors, they will create this memory inside of them. They will know that you are encouraging them to become something better. You are literally building a memory with them. So when Noah is able to kick a ball properly, he remembers, oh, my dad said I am so good at kicking a ball. And he will build that inside of him, and he will start to believe that he is a good kicker. That carries over into the sport that he's going to play, whether it's soccer, rugby. He will transfer that over into that sport because dad said I'm a good kicker, and I remember when he said I'm a good kicker what I did when I kicked the ball. So he's building that lasting memory again. Number 2 is to celebrate achievement. Now I know when my boy does something and I'm very proud of him, I will celebrate that achievement with him, because as a parent I am very proud of my son for achieving a certain goal. Now Noah is very clever. He has been building puzzles since he could hardly walk. He's been building puzzles and he is so good at it. He literally has his mom's brains, and he's such a clever little boy that he is able to build puzzles that are more than 50 pieces, and he can easily build them, and he's only 4 years old. And so I celebrate those achievements with him. In the beginning I was like, why are you building puzzles? This is not what you should be doing. You should be playing outside. You should be doing this. You should be more adventurous and all of that. But then I also realized, but I'm letting him down because I'm not actually celebrating his achievement, and he is able to build puzzles. And I think that's what a lot of parents also don't understand, because they want their children to grow up in a certain way or play a certain sport. But it's okay. If your child wants to build puzzles or play chess for a living, great. Celebrate that achievement and he will remember that you do support him. And now number 3, make little things extraordinary. That is also very important, and it goes hand in hand with celebrating achievements. And number 4, spend time reading with them. So at night, my wife and I are trying to spend time before he goes to bed. Instead of watching iPad, we want to sit with them and read some bedtime stories with them. And I've done it in the past where I've bought books on children Bible stories, and I would go through the book and I would read Bible stories with them, because on the Kindle you would actually have little pictures for them and you can read these little Bible stories for them, and that also creates and sparks an imagination inside of them, because now they're picturing these stories that you are telling them. So again, you are creating memories with them. You will remember a certain Bible story because you sat and you read it with them, and he remembers the pictures. So it's just those little ways that you are creating those memories with them. And then number 5 is to have meals together. Now this is something that we as a family still need to work on, but this year we do want to change it, and we're going to have a set family time. And then this is where the boys will come together, and my wife and I will sit and we'll have a good dinner together. And so that is something that we as a family need to work on. So we also are not perfect, but we do recognize things that we need to work on, and in areas that we need to work on as a family. And that if you can recognize it, then there is help. You can easily create those memories together, but you need to recognize that there is a change and that you need to apply the change, and that is how you change bad habits into good habits. Number 6, innovate traditions. This is also something that we as a family have to work on, because we need to create our own traditions as a family. And so you need to find ways how you will create traditions for your family, but don't let it be a be all set all kind of thing. Create traditions so that you are able to create memories with your children. Then number 7, it is to be fully present for 15 minutes with your kids every single day. Just be present with them, whether they want to play little games outside, or they want to jump on the trampoline or run outside, play ball or whatever. Just be fully present with them for 15 minutes. And that is something that I also need to work on, because I don't always have the patience for 15 minutes, but I am learning and I'm getting better at it. So going for walks does help, because that becomes more than 15 minutes, and that's how they also build these lasting memories with you. So then number 9 is to play with them. Again, playing outside, kicking a ball, throwing a ball, just doing stuff with them. You start to create those little memories again. Number 9 is framing moments together. So framing moments is capturing moments on camera. As a surprise mini getaway with family over the weekend or a day at the beach, it is important to capture those memories with your camera. It is a great way to plant memories and visual reminders of the time spent together. Documenting experiences like framing your kids in pictures around the house or placing them on the desk in the family house or room can be a great way to relieve them in the future. Small efforts in saving memories and moments can go a long way, and it is totally worth it. Your kids will grow up faster than you think, and taking photos is the best way to capture their childhood in your memory. And even though you might think like this mom is typical Instagram influencer, she's just taking photos of their children, she's creating memories with them. Yes, there might be a point of like, oh, I just want to become famous or whatever, but she is creating memories that she can go back on her phone and look at the pictures. So husbands, try and take photos with your kids, or while you're playing, take little videos, because that is something that you're going to need to remember them in the future. Number 10 is focus more on making memories. Again, this whole video is about making memories, so focus more, be more intentional on making memories. The best memories are created in the spur of a moment. That's why you always keep your phone handy. Instead of following a back-to-back schedule, perhaps you can have a lazy Sunday, play catch, go for a walk on the beach or to the park or around your neighborhood. Doing this often will not only create memories of you being there for your child, but oftentimes these opportunities allow for your kids to open up and share their innermost secrets with you, because it is more intimate while you're walking outside and you're just talking. They feel more free to open up to you and explain and tell you about their day, if someone hurt them, if someone said something bad to them. And we've often found that with our child. When we go for walks, he would just start talking. And so that's how we know what goes on at school, because he would actually come back and he would actually tell us. But you first have to go for those walks before he will tell you, because you can come home and you can just ask him, how was your day? Good. Okay, great. But you don't know anything else about their day. So that's why it is important to go for these walks, so that he can start speaking. So I hope this has helped someone today. And remember to create those precious memories with your child or your kids. And don't stop being intentional about creating those memories, those lasting memories with your kids. I'll see you tomorrow.